Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about, I wish they had an option for male or female shopper. Woman orders 1 bundle of asparagus on Instacart. Her shopper drops off 11 bundles. I almost don't want to do this video specifically because of the headline. Like, literally, male or female is just one of those topics on Instacart, on Doordash, on any of these platforms. That is just disgusting. Like, honestly, why are we encouraging sexist behavior? Like, it's not even about the gig worker anymore. Because this girl probably hates men in general more than she hates gig workers that happen to be men. Or at least that's my experience when talking about content of this nature. So with that said, we are talking about everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is, where Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub, Instacart shipped, or Walmart Spark shoppers in general, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. An Instacart customer got more than she bargained for, literally, when her grocery order came with a surprise: 10 extra bundles of asparagus. Well, I'll tell you what, you definitely won't be needing asparagus for a while. I say that in jest, but honestly, I get that it's a lot, especially since the cost is going to be put on you, and let's be honest, the asparagus will not last for as long as you have it for.
Okay, so I ordered Instacart, and I put some asparagus in there. I needed 1 bundle of asparagus. 1. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay. 2. Cool. At least I'm good. Thank you. Thanks so much for the extra. But 3. Okay, I asked for 1. 4. Cool. 5. Cooler. 6. Fab. 7. 8. 9. Okay. 10. All right. Okay. All right. 11. So I asked for 1, and I did receive 11 bundles.
Her clip amassed more than 261,900 views. The things you do for content, huh? We'll leave our TikTok as well as our profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. I wonder if it was definitely a guy looking at 1 and thinking it's 11, or was it somebody fat-fingered something and they mistook it for 11? I really don't know. I feel like I just don't have enough answers for that. Did Instacart take any action? In a follow-up video, Wischusen detailed her order further. She said she had requested just 1.2 pounds of asparagus, but what she received was a mountain of greens. She even brought out a scale to prove it. We're gonna weigh it to see how much the 11 weigh, she said, noting that the scale wasn't food grade, but still offered a rough estimate. The total, a whopping 11 pounds. To drive the point home, she scribbled on a sheet of paper, "Too much asparagus." Okay, so roughly 1 pound per bundle for simplicity's sake. Why wouldn't you just take the 1, weigh it, and that's that simple? I feel like somebody screwed up somewhere and they just said, fuck it, this is how I'm gonna do it now. Wischusen filed a complaint with Instacart, though it's still unclear whether the company has responded, refunded her, or clarified whether she was charged for all 11 bundles or just the one she intended to buy. I feel like if this was a pure accident and somebody just wanted to add 11 bundles or 1.1 pounds and it ended up being 11 and somebody misread something, they probably got charged for it later, but that's something that could easily be reversed if you complain about it. What do you do if your shopper messes up? If you find yourself in a similar situation, Instacart generally offers refunds or credits for missing or incorrect items, especially if you were charged an error. Customers have up to 4 days after delivery to file a report through the app or website, though you can reach out to Instacart support directly for help. Okay, and she reached out to Instacart immediately, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Wischusen isn't alone. On the Instacart subreddit, another user said she had ordered ordered $26 worth of lobster for a special occasion, but were charged for $59 worth. In that case, the user said Instacart issued a prompt refund. So it's not like this doesn't happen. They just will refund you as soon as they get the report. This is also something that I don't think that she'll end up making a final follow-up on. Like, I made a complaint about Curry's waitlist issue, and I never finished it because in my mind it was resolved, even though I'm not even on the platform right now. So it's not too surprising that a final follow-up hasn't been made yet. But if you weren't charged for the extra items, there's not much Instacart will do. One customer said they ordered 2 boxes of ice cream but received 4. Since they weren't billed for the extras, the other commenters told them to enjoy the free dessert and pass it along. Yeah, that's another thing. If you just got 11 bundles of asparagus, you just got free asparagus. If you were charged for it, that's a completely different conversation. Because at that point, what are they going to do? Return it to the store? You can't actually put that on the shelf again. If you didn't get charged for them, there's nothing to do, one commenter said. Who knows what the shopper was doing? Maybe a BOGO special in store. If you got charged, request credit. Yeah, that's another thing. In one of the comments, she requested 2 boxes of ice cream but received 4. Was that just a BOGO deal? Or did she pay for 2, and instead of passing on the savings to Instacart, she just got more ice cream? Commenters blame the shopper. Wischusen's video quickly gained traction, and viewers were baffled that a shopper could confuse 1 bundle of asparagus with 11. This is absurd, one person wrote. As an Instacart shopper, another added, this is nuts. I want to understand what their process was because what? A third said. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't think that I would make that mistake. Like, maybe somebody fat fingered the phone on 1, and instead of it saying you got a quantity of 1, you got a quantity of 11. So instead of trying to fix the problem, you just compensated for the 11 that you accidentally charged them for, instead of going through support and having somebody reverse something. Like, I don't get the process with that. Though Wischusen didn't share who her shopper was, many assume the culprit was male, citing a common stereotype that men are more prone to grocery store blunders. The person who has to process Instacart wrong item claims has to be the most done with men person on earth, one commenter joked. I wish they had an option for male or female shopper, another added. Let me guess, a third wrote. A man? Wischusen didn't directly confirm or deny the theory, but she did like the last comment, perhaps a subtle nod to its accuracy. I was so happy because she didn't even mention men or women throughout the whole thing, at least to my knowledge. And maybe it's still that. Maybe she just chuckled a little at the final comment, like, oh, let me guess it was a man. But honestly, I hate it when these comments show up because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's men or women or what have you, because you know what? The people that are making those comments are just hating men in general, not really about who is the better shoppers, male or female. Like, that has nothing to do with this. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a subtle nod to the accuracy, that one like on the comment that, oh, it was a man. But at least she didn't, like, dogpile on the rabbit the way that every other man-hating Instacart customer tends to be. Because at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I am shocked that this didn't go that hard into the male or female aspect of it, because the headlines seem to just totally target that specifically. I don't understand what the mental state of the person who was doing the shopping was thinking. Like, what brought anybody to say 11 bundles of asparagus? Because it seemed to be like it was a weight versus quantity issue, to where you're buying a certain amount of asparagus based on the weight, not the bundle. And yeah, that could be a little confusing as somebody who doesn't buy asparagus as a bundle very often. Like, I'll tell you what, the very few times I've ever bought asparagus, it was the canned one in the canned vegetable aisle. But even then, that's a stretch, man. Because the app kind of makes it clear to you. You need to weigh the items. All in all, I hope that she wasn't charged for 11 bundles of asparagus. And if she was, I'm sorry. I hope you can get that refund. And it seems like the overall system will support you in that regard. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh!